Oui, donc voilà, nous sommes arrivés dans Stolac, une petite bourgade bosniaque très sympathique. Mais petit à petit, on a apprivoisé la ville, la ville nous a le village, et le village nous a apprivoisé. On a eu la chance de rencontrer les bonnes personnes, qui nous ont fait rencontrer d'autres personnes qui nous ont aidés à comprendre un peu ce qui s'était passé, qui nous ont raconté un peu l'histoire du village et du reste de la Bosnie. Pourquoi la Bosnie? Tout d'abord parce qu'il y a une guerre au XXe siècle, donc après la Deuxième Guerre mondiale. Pour nous, c'était très bizarre, surtout on n'en parle pas beaucoup, et pourtant elle s'est passée en Europe, et même dans notre pays qui est un pays européen. On n'en a pas vraiment entendu parler, il n'y a pas vraiment beaucoup d'infos. Trop peu de gens sont au courant de ce qui s'est passé.
In the 1992, when everything started, the war started by Serbs attacking the Bosnia. After the Tito died, things started to go very.
So President Tito?
Yeah, president
from Bosnia.
No, from
Yugoslavia.
He was for Yugoslavia, and everybody kind of loved him, and he was the big boss. When he died in the 80s, nationalism starts to grow, and every country wanted to reclaim independence. And the first started with Slovenia, had their independence, and then Croatia. And then when Bosnia wanted to do the same, there was a huge meeting in the national parliament in Belgrade, and Milosevic had a very famous speech when he said, if Bosnia declares independence, there's going to be a bloodbath. Because the problem with Bosnia is, because of all the 6 countries that we had as a small republics, Bosnia was the mix of all. We had everything. We had Catholics, we have Orthodox, we have Muslims, we had Jews. Everything was living in Bosnia. The war lasted 4 years, and you still can see remainings. Yeah, and there are 2 entities. It's a very complex political structure. You have Federation of Bosnia-Herzegovina and you have Republika Srpska as the 2 entities functioning under the country of Bosnia. And the line when our 2 armies fight, it was actually these entity lines. And Republika Srpska was completely ethnically cleansed from all the others besides Serb Orthodox. They didn't left. They were killed, pursued, forced to leave. That's happened when all the world and all the Europe was watching. Then at one point there were 10,000 people there, mainly Muslims because it was a Muslim populated area, and they were running from the Serbs. In one day, Serbs came and they simply took over that base. And they dressed like UN and went into the forest and called people, it's safe, come. Yeah. In more than 5 days, they have killed everybody there. 8,327.
Et on a direct repéré les traces de balles dans tous les murs des bâtiments, qui est donc une preuve du passage de cette guerre qui a vraiment anéanti une grande partie de la population.
The youngest was baby from 2 months, and the oldest was like grandpas from
Le village était quand même bien cassé de partout. Enfin, c'est pas joli quoi.
And even today, Serbians are saying that didn't happen. They have killed so many people, and the entire family names was erased.
Il faut vraiment refaire toute la population quoi.
In Republika Srpska, they don't care. They have zero respect for the killing. I think, for example, Serbs in Serbia, they think more and more of what happened and they start to acknowledge. But people here, they are living in denial. All the male population above 15 years old, they were taken to a concentration camp. There is a reason. You're a Muslim. We get to return in 2000. 5 years after the war, we couldn't return because Croat families lived in our homes, and we have to, claim that this is my home. It's a very long and painful process to get it done, but not everybody returned because so many people were killed, and families are living somewhere in abroad and they don't want to return. Yeah.
Encore maintenant, les Croates, les Serbes et les Bosniaques sont séparés. Ils vivent dans la même ville, mais il y a clairement une séparation, notamment dans les écoles. C'est un des points qu'on a trouvé les plus choquants, je dirais.
Unfortunately, still we are a very divided society between Croats and Bosniaks, as Catholics and Muslims. On the surface, it looks like normal life, but underneath, there's still a lot of problems. For example, the school that I show you, the elementary school, it's completely segregated. It's divided in two. It's called two schools under one roof. And you have two programs. One for Croats, one for Bosniaks, and they go into different entrances.
Tout est mis en place pour qu'ils ne se croisent pas dans les écoles.
And we are talking about Europe in 2014.
Des jeunes, des petits qui ont entre 6 et 12 ans sont séparés comme ça. Ils n'ont pas le choix, c'est comme ça, il y a une école dans le village, ils y vont et quand on est à cet âge-là, évidemment, on ne peut pas avoir sa propre opinion.
It's absurd to have two schools because math, chemistry, biology, it's all the same. And what's the problem? It's a little bit of lost history because we don't see eye to eye. His hero is my aggressor, so that's the problem. But behind that, there's no problem. The biggest problem is home. When the parents said, "Oh no, it's not good to play with him because it's not you cannot get infected by if you are playing with somebody. It's stupid." These are the prejudices that we are trying to break. Who can prevent you to be friends with whoever you find a good friend? You're not going to judge him whether he's a gypsy, Muslim, I don't know, Catholic, Orthodox, atheist, whatever.
On retrouve par contre déjà une chorale où là les différentes ethnies sont rassemblées. On retrouve serbes, croates et bosniaques.
We have a town orchestra that has more than 100 people playing, and now they are in Sarajevo attending this huge festival, and they are so mixed on every level. Make your own choices. Don't base your choices on religion, on somebody's background, whether he's a poor or rich. It's stupid.
Yes.
Et beaucoup disent qu'ils aimeraient se retrouver ensemble, que ça ne les dérangerait pas de se retrouver avec d'autres ethnies, d'autres nationalités, mais peu le font.
Quand on demande aux gens s'ils trouvent ça normal ou si ça les dérange, ils disent que non, pour eux, il n'y aurait pas de problème à ce qu'ils soient rassemblés, mais dans les faits, il n'y a rien qui n'a changé par rapport à ça.
Et c'est d'ailleurs pour ça qu'on a eu comme idée d'instaurer une unité scout qui rassemblerait justement les trois ethnies.
La situation en Bosnie et en Serbie reste similaire avant la guerre. Il n'y a pas eu vraiment de fin de guerre. Ils sont obligés de vivre ensemble malgré leurs différences. Mais de fait, ils ne vivent pas vraiment ensemble vu qu'il y a vraiment des villages serbes, des villages bosniaques. Et nous qui étions à Stolac, vu que c'était un village bosniaque, on a dû se diriger vers Berkovice pour justement avoir un autre point de vue.
How will you describe Scotism?
These are the guys who are gathering together with a common goal to explore a little bit of nature, to do stuff outdoors, and to generally learn and have some fun. The reality, as he said, the reality is there's zero industry here. and there are 0 companies here. And these are the things that you would normally keep young people here involved, but as there no such a thing as an industry, of course they're gonna go find unemployment somewhere else. She said another problem is there is nobody of the older people who is quite educated to involve them, to get them interested in scouting organizations, and it for here youth would definitely benefit from that kind of organization. It's very disbalanced. It goes to 70% of adults in favor of 30% of youth, which is...
Why do you think that some people are still closed to mix or to help?
That first of all, everything comes from the home, how you raise a kid or a person in home, and the other thing is difficult for anybody who has lost anybody in the war to be open and forgiving, because you know the pain is still there and it's big. It's hard to let it go.
I think that the pain and the tensions could decrease in the future, and how, if it could decrease.
She personally never cared who is who, and of course we can pass these tensions that we have now, but she says not everybody have it. Look at me, I have no problem being Serb and talking to you, being a Bosnian Muslim. So, and I never had that kind of an issue, but there are still people who do, because a lot of people are still unemployed and they have a lot of extra time on their hands, and a lot of crazy ideas come to their mind because they are not turned to work, they don't have normal stuff to do, and they on purpose create tensions, so to keep themselves amused in a way. Then she says it's pretty much on the individual level. It's how you feel it. I cannot say for everybody. I'm glad for, if our neighbors win, if we win, I don't care, but it's not, I cannot speak for everybody. She said, I prefer in any cup that Bosnia wins over Serbia. So, I live here and that's my country.
What it's possible to do? What are the solutions?
What we need here is some kind of an investment. We need somebody to reopen all the companies that we have here. As you can see here, everything is turned to agriculture, and we are heavily producing a lot of healthy products, and we just need somebody, to organize it very well and open some new working place for everybody, and we can benefit from it. The biggest difference between then and now is that then they were all more happier. They were more quite satisfied with life. Nobody cares who is who, and they were quite satisfied with the life that they had, and the quality of life was really, really good. And this is one of the things that she misses from that time.
Donc, depuis la guerre, beaucoup d'unités scouts se sont arrêtées et depuis pas recommencé. Donc voilà, on a interrogé des jeunes dans la rue pour leur demander leur avis sur le point, qu'est-ce qu'ils en pensent de relancer des unités scouts, et ils sont d'accord de regrouper les 3 ethnies en un seul groupe, dans une seule unité, ce qui serait bien pour le pays.
Ça pourrait permettre à ce qu'il y ait une certaine ouverture d'esprit et de changer du cadre familial, parce qu'on a vraiment remarqué que les jeunes sont mis un peu dans en tout cas le village de Stolac, qu'ils n'avaient pas grand chose à faire. Et que nous, on s'est dit qu'ils étaient fort influencés dans leur façon de penser par leur éducation des parents qui, eux, ont connu la guerre. Et donc, il y a encore une certaine haine envers les autres ethnies.
They like to take part if they were...
A bili voljeli da se organizuje kakva, da li bi učestvovali u izviđaču? Yeah, sure, they would love to have.
And I said, but is there a problem for them to be together with the 3 nationalities?
Oni sad njih interesuju, pošto znaju koliko je komplikovana situacija u ovoj našoj državi, jel vi imate problema s drugim nacionalnostima? Bili imali problem da se družite sada sa...
Ne, tako.
They said they don't have any problems with anybody.
That's it, I think.
If they were a new group of scouts in here, would you be part of it? Like a leader or something?
Aha. Kada bi se formirala ovdje izvođačka organizacija, da li bi ti bio njezin član?
Nora.
Yeah, sure.
Does he accept other nationalities?
Doesn't
Nikad
have any
nisam
problem,
ni-
and he never had any problems with it.
Nikad. Ja uvijek znam,
Do he think that it's important for young people to be part of something like Scouts?
Of course, is important in every aspect of the life. So a young person can be formed into a grown-up through these activities.
Around him is there people who care about these tensions?
Oh, around him, people here are not so tolerant and open-minded. They are just looking for their personal interests,
Yeah.
i zato je veoma bitno za mlađi.
and that's why it's so
Somebody-
important to work with young people.
Les jeunes, quand on leur pose la question, que si ça les dérangerait d'être ensemble dans la même unité, à chaque fois ils répondent non, mais on voit que pratiquement sur le terrain, il n'y a pas grand chose qui bouge, il n'y a personne qui met quelque chose en place.
Dans la création d'une unité scout, il y a plusieurs problèmes, tels que il n'y a plus de base ni rien, il faut tout recommencer à zéro. Mais il y a aussi les problèmes qu'il faut un apport d'argent, enfin une somme minimum, quoi. Il n'y a plus de staff présent, donc il faut retrouver des volontaires motivés pour faire partie du staff et aussi des jeunes aussi motivés qui sont présents, quoi.
Que le conflit n'est pas encore terminé et qu'il y a encore de la haine dans les différentes ethnies, ce qui crée aussi le problème justement que rien ne bouge parce qu'il y a encore un problème entre ces ethnies. C'est un gros problème, donc, ça ne fait pas avancer les choses.
Un petit peu de bonheur dans ce monde de filles. Moi, je pense que c'est vraiment une expérience de vie à faire.
Moi je pense que le scoutisme permet de créer une amitié profonde à long terme. C'est les plus belles amitiés depuis que je suis né.
Donc moi je pense que le scoutisme aide à vivre les différences. On doit accepter tout le monde, vivre avec tout le monde, vivre avec les défauts et les qualités de tout le monde.
Le scoutisme, ça peut apporter une grande responsabilité. On apprend vraiment à s'autogérer et à faire plein de choses de nous-mêmes. Et c'est vraiment super bien pour plus tard dans notre vie active, de savoir déjà comment gérer certaines choses.
Une participation active dans la société. Ça permettrait de faire bouger les jeunes et instaurer des activités, histoire qu'il n'y ait pas rien à faire.
Le scoutisme permettrait aux jeunes de devenir plus autonomes. Ils seraient responsables d'eux-mêmes, des autres. Et, je sais pas, ils seraient plus autonomes, quoi.
Une ouverture au monde.
Le scoutisme, je trouve que ça permettrait qu'ils se regroupent, que les jeunes là-bas ils s'entraînent, ils se mixent. Et enfin, ça leur permettrait de faire des trucs ensemble, d'être plus solidaires ensemble, d'apprendre à vivre ensemble.
Did you get it recorded?
Yeah.
Because this is the only way that you can actually do something.